It's finally July 1st, 2019. Good morning, everybody. It's about 7:30 in the morning on a Monday. I wanted to bring you just a short video and pretty much like an update on what is going on in the month of July. This place is turning into a jungle. I don't know if I should change the name of my channel to my high desert jungle because that's pretty much how it's starting to look like. As you can see, I can't even walk. um, everything is going on this year. I love it. I think I should call it a success, except for my squash zucchini plants. As you can see in the background, I was forced to remove them because they were not producing anything. Very disappointing. But then again, that was just supposed to be an experiment. It's all right. I was just getting the soil ready, and I did. I accomplished that goal, and I added all those plants. I put them back on in the soil, just chop and drop, as I always do. But it is so sad to see all those plants. They didn't produce very much, and what they produced was not even close of what I was expecting. But it's all right. Live and learn. I learned a big lesson not to be saving any hybrid seeds. Rather, I'll just be buying the actual zucchini seed for next year. I haven't been able to post any videos lately. I've been so busy, but just like I always do, at least I'm gonna be posting at least 1 to 2 videos per month, and this is gonna be the first one of the month of July 2019. The grapes are doing excellent. As you can see, I have been trimming all the excess branches that the plant is putting out. The idea is to encourage more growth of the actual clusters. I really hope it works. It's just too many grapes for one single plant. Um, Next year, I'm gonna try to thin them out a little bit better. The chayote squash, Italian squash, I think they also call it. It's also doing really good. It's now it's climbing up, and it's going up the shade cloth, which is good and a bad thing at the same time because it's gonna be creating too much shade to these plants right here, such as the peppers, celery. But it's okay. Um, the less sunlight for these plants, the better production. My eggplants. The eggplants have not been putting out any eggplants yet, but I don't know what's going on. But it's all right. It's still early in the season. We still have another 3 more months to go for them to put out some fruit. Celery. I've been harvesting lots of celery, as you can see. This year has been excellent for these plants. I have over 30 celery plants that have been planted in this raised bed, along with the peppers. Also along with the some tomato plants, and they are doing so good. I need to mention that Everything that you see in front of you, every single video that I post, all the plants that you see, everything has been started from seed. I have not bought not one single plant, not for the past 3 years. Everything has been started inside my grow tent. Here are some bush beans that I'm growing. I'm gonna be harvesting these guys probably tomorrow and fry them with eggs. They're so delicious. So what do you think, guys? What do you think about this garden? Leave your comments in the comment section below. This right here is another raised bed where I have some where I have more zucchini plants, and they also had to be removed because of the lack of production. And these things were putting out some very, very long vines. Literally, this whole area right here was covered with, I wish I could have shown you guys. Right here, I couldn't even walk. And they were binding up against the trellises, and this little pathway right there, it was also covered with vines. I couldn't even walk. I was afraid to step on snakes or whatnot. So afraid to even walk back here. So I had to clear everything up. I sowed some seed, some squash seed in these 2 pots. It's July 1st. I still have another 2.5 months to see if I can get some zucchini that I always wanted. So I just sowed more seed. Hopefully they have enough time to come up and hopefully put out some fruit. The Carolina Reapers, the plants are doing excellent, but I have not seen any peppers yet. Just a bunch of flowers, and unfortunately because of the heat, a lot of those flowers are dropping. They're not staying in the plant. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, just like I had mentioned on previous videos, usually that's the way it goes with peppers. When it gets too hot, the plants, they just they don't retain the flowers. But when September comes around, it's when they really start to take off and produce lots of fruit. And good thing for me, this time I have them planted in pots. So around September, October or so, I'm gonna bring those pots inside the house. So it's gonna be nice to have them inside, just like I did about 3 years ago. All of these tomatoes that you see scattered all over the yard, they were not supposed to be here. It's just that I had too many seedlings, so I didn't know what to do with them, and they were dying inside the cups. So I decided to, instead of throwing them away, I decided to scatter them all over the yard, and this is one of them. And I'm glad I did that because look at this. This tomato plant is doing excellent. It's pushing almost 5 feet tall. Cucumbers. The Japanese cucumber, look at this. Look how long this thing is. This thing is pushing almost 15 inches. So it's about to touch the ground. I'm going to be harvesting that one maybe tomorrow. More Japanese cucumber right there. This one's kind of curvy. More eggplants. I already harvested 1 eggplant out of this plant, and the zinnias are doing excellent. They are very They're doing a companion planting to attract pollinators to all these plants. I apologize if I have not been posting any videos. Once again, been very, very busy, lots of things to do. But I hope you enjoy this one. Here we got the Armenian cucumber. Finally, this plant decided to put out some fruit, some cucumbers. I already ate so many of the Armenians, but these guys are growing way too slow. Look at this, I got one here, one here, one here, and that's about it. That's all I have for the Armenians. This little tomato plant right here is an experiment. This one, for the first time, I planted a sucker. Actually, no, I didn't. I removed the sucker from a tomato plant just to give it a try, and I put a sucker in a little cup with water, and this is what I got. Look at it. After I put out some roots, I planted it on the ground, and it's doing really good. Actually, I had two suckers that I'm trying out. This right here is another sucker tomato plant. We'll see what I get from it. It's already been on the ground for 7 days, and it's doing really good under this shade cloth. More celery. These I decided to transplant them into this tire raised bed. This is the zucchini that I'm talking about. It turned out to be a hybrid, and it put out more vine than anything else, so I just had to dispose about 20 zucchini plants because of that. More Carolina Reapers. I have the total of 2, 4, 6, 8 Carolina Reaper plants. We'll see how that goes. This is my tropical plant. This is the passion fruit vine. Also an experiment. This one's also gonna go back inside the house around October or so. I'm trying to preserve it for next year. More tomatoes. Might be harvesting some romaine lettuce seed. Let me see what I got on the other side. This is another tomato. Another tomato plant that's also doing really good. They were not supposed to be here. And let me show you something real quick. I already showed you my nectarines. Check that out. They are so delicious. These are the plums, and they're gonna be ready to. They're gonna be ready to be eaten probably in the next 3-4 more days. I already had some yesterday, and man, this is so nice. This tree is pushing. It's already I think it's about 8 years old. Planted this tree on the ground as soon as I moved into this mobile home, and the peach tree that's next to it. See, they're sharing the same root ball, It's already it's loaded down with peach, so it's pretty cool. You got plums and peaches in the same tree, you can say. Pretty awesome. Very, very, very nice. This peaches are gonna be ready probably in probably another 2 months. Takes for them a long time to ripen, but it's okay because I get to enjoy my plums. I'm gonna eat the plums, and then after that, I'm gonna eat my. Let's see what else I got for you guys. Look at this. It's beautiful. Got more celery planted on the ground. More tomatoes. Oh. Look at the size of these guys. Huge. This is my tomato raised beds. Also has some the chipiling. Chipiling is doing, I would say, it's doing okay. It's just taking a long time for them to take off. I don't know if they're gonna have enough time to produce more chipiling. Look at this tomato, guys. Look how huge those guys are. But that's not my competition tomato. I'm gonna show you my competition tomato in just a moment. So anyways, I just decided to make this video, the first video of July 2019. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. If you guys want me to post more videos, any more content, let me know. Leave a comment, and I'll see if I can make more videos about other stuff. Oh, of course, you know, it has to do with the garden. And let me see. Man, look at these guys. These are the brandy ones. Look at this brandywine tomato right here. Look at this cluster. It's huge. Look at these guys right here. Man, I have tomatoes, enough tomato for 2 months. Maybe even more. Look at that. Look at those clusters. And this is just one side of my garden. Look at this, guys. One bad thing about tomatoes is that they all want to ripen at the same time. Look at those tomatoes right there. This is another raised bed. This is where I'm trying to grow my strawberries. These strawberries are just putting out more runners. So this whole bed is gonna be filled with nothing but the strawberries. I'm not gonna be able to plant anything else in this raised bed next year. It's gonna be dedicated to my strawberries. More chipiling. More tomatoes. Man, look at all these tomatoes. And let's go to the other side. This is where I have all the tomatoes that decided to ripen all at the same time. I don't know if you guys remember, by last year you could not see anything in this raised bed. It was nothing but a bunch of bush. Lots of tomatoes, but they grew too much foliage. I didn't remove the suckers and it was a mess. So this is the right way to do it right here. To the left, more tomatoes interplanted with flowers, zinnias. Look at that. All different varieties of tomatoes. Cherokee purple, brandywine, German Johnson's, peach tomato, sun gold tomatoes. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? What? Basil, attracting all the pollinators. Man, this year has been a success when it comes to tomatoes. More flowers. To the left here, more tomatoes. And I built this shade structure for these winter plants. Inside there I have onions, garlic, some couple pepper plants, zinnias, chives, and they're all doing excellent under this 40% shade cloth structure. Look at that, it's a jungle in here. And the idea is for them to keep putting out fruit. The shade cloth is doing really good, as you can see. Even on 100 degrees weather, the flowers are not dropping. The fruit is actually staying on the plant, and that's the idea. Let me show you my wannabe competition tomato. I'll show you just a moment. Let me go around. I think that this tomato right here is gonna be, once it's ripened, right now it's still growing, but I think this is gonna be a 2-pounder tomato. It's very, very heavy for what I can tell. I think that if I would have entered the competition, this tomato would have done the trick right here. Very, very heavy. I have big tomatoes in this plant, but this one here is super awesome. Okay, so before I close this video, I'm gonna show you one last thing, and it's gonna be my zinnia raised bed. Look at the zinnias are growing like crazy. It's like the more zinnias I cut, the more they grow. I'm gonna do this thing again next year. Plant a whole bunch of zinnias. I'm gonna be saving all of this seed so I can replant in 2020. Alright guys, so this is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, drop them in the comment section below. And this is, oh, by the way, this is the plant that I was talking about last video I posted. I'm not sure what it's called. I think my mom calls it flag, like red flag. I don't know how you guys call it. I call it flower of the paradise. Not really sure the name of it. I think their root is edible. But oh my god, I can't even walk. Yeah, these things are pushing 6 foot tall. Let's see if I can show you the flower. Okay, here's the flower. So that's the flower right there that I was talking about. I don't know the name of it. I think it's called flower of the paradise. I may be wrong. My mom calls it the red flag. Not sure. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Y'all have a good day.